Hello and welcome back to Aliena's Kitchen, where today we're going to be making game day pesto sandwiches. These sandwiches are so delicious and full of veggies, so they're healthy too. So let's get started. To start with, I'm going to start talking about the bread because to me that is a very important part. So today what I have is a French baguette that I've cut in half or into fourths, and I've toasted in the oven at 350 with just a drizzle of olive oil on it for about 10 minutes. But if you're not feeling a French baguette, just feel free to get a normal roll at your grocery store or anything you'd like to have a sandwich on. So today I have options. And so the next thing I'm going to start with is making our pesto. I love pesto, so hopefully this will bring me a lot of it. And there's bugs flying in my face because they like it too. Okay. So the first thing I have here is my basil. I have 2 heaping cups of fresh basil, which I'm just gonna put in here. Along with my cheese, I have about 4 ounces of Parmesan with me today that I just chopped up, or you can grate this, it's really up to you. But for me, less work the better. And then I also have garlic. I have about 3 cloves, which I've just thinly sliced. And then I also have walnuts. I have a 1/3 cup of walnuts. If you're going the traditional method, you'll be using pine nuts, but walnuts are a little bit cheaper, I will say, and I also just had them on hand, so I'm using them today. So let's blend this all together. Also, one thing you're going to want to do is make sure about halfway through blending, you go in and scrape down the sides to make sure everything is getting combined. So once your pesto is pretty much blended together, what I'm going to add in is my 1/2 cup of olive oil. Okay, I'm going to scrape down the sides one more time. Okay, and so the last thing I'm going to add is my salt and pepper. I try to add about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper, and you can always add more afterwards, just depending on your taste buds. And let's give it one final blend. Okay, and now just to check and make sure it tastes good, doesn't need any more salt or pepper. Pesto, so good. I love it, and also if you make a big batch, it's great with leftovers on pasta, and I personally love it on omelets and eggs. Adds that extra little oomph to them. So let me go get my veggies and we can make our sandwich. Okay, so now it's the time to doctor our sandwich. So the first thing I'm gonna put on it is our pesto. And put a nice heaping amount too, because I love pesto, if you haven't realized that yet. And also you can add any cheeses or meats or veggies that you like. This is just my favorite assortment. All right. So the next thing I'm gonna add on is I have some sliced tomatoes, which I'm just gonna layer across. And then I'll put on some red onion, which I've just finely chopped. And then I also have some freshly peeled and then sliced cucumbers. And then on top of that, I have an orange bell pepper. It's getting bigger and bigger. And then the last thing I'm going to add veggie-wise is some fresh arugula. Let's try to keep it on the sandwich. It's gonna try to fall off on me. And then the last thing I'm going to add, well, second to last thing, is I have some freshly grated Parmesan cheese, which I'm just gonna sprinkle on top. And then in my opinion, you can't have a sandwich without chips. So I just have some chips today that I'm gonna try to fit on here somehow. Also, if you guys are really feeling pesto, you can lay it on both sides of your bread. Today I feel like I put quite a bit on the first side, so I don't think I need it on the second side, but that one's up to you. And I'm also trying to save some because I have some other people that are going to be enjoying pesto sandwiches tonight, and I can't steal all the pesto for myself. And now the best part, getting to taste it.
This one's mine. Next time.
You gotta love family, don't you? Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.